And it was at that time that I had my first conscious awareness that I wasn't going to figure it out on my own, and that I needed somebody to help me. And so I looked for somebody to be my mentor. And I have to tell you that that was probably one of the most important decisions that I made in my entire life. That it has continued to have lasting effect for me, and I continue to have mentors. I didn't stop back then. I mean, right now I have a full array of mentors on a regular basis. In fact, I've got a call tomorrow with one of my mentors. But that decision to have a mentor was life-altering. And my mentor at that time, Stuart, fortunately, thankfully, was able to see beyond all of my sharp edges, was able to see who was underneath all of that, and was able to provide me with some operating principles that have really changed my life, that still work for me now. Show me how I get better in whatever it is. Show me how I can do this better. How can I bring the best of that I've got to bear? So you can't support them in that when you're focusing on what you want to get done. You have to let it go. It's not about you anymore. You have your chance another time. But when you're the mentor, it's all about the other person. So it's a partnership. Now this is where I was saying it's the same thing. Mentoring is very same as communication. But when you have communication and when you have connection with other people, it's the same thing. You suspend your agenda, and their agenda becomes your focus. That's it. What do they aspire to? What's important to them? Where do they want to go? What do they want to do? And that becomes the entire focus. The entire focus. And then you apply what you've learned, your experiences, your knowledge base, your skills, all of your capabilities, and you apply it. So there is something called generous listening. Anybody have any idea of what that means? To listen to someone generously. Any ideas? No?
Listening to understand.
Listening to understand is one part of it. Yes, absolutely. The other part is when you listen to someone generously, you listen to their best self. You listen to their aspirational self. So here's the facts, here's the impact. And then what's the promise? What are you going to do from now? How are you going to go forward? What action are you going to take if it's corrective action? And the fourth thing, and this is so important and most people don't do this, what support do you need from me? How can I support you? But that's something, these are, as the mentor, my job is to keep them on track, not to be his best friend. Where could I make a contribution? And it doesn't just mean in work. It can be any place. Where could I make a contribution? Where do I have a strong muscle? Where do I have a level of mastery? Where do I get asked? And the next thing is I know I'm bumping up against something. I don't know how to figure it out on my own. Who could I ask? Who would be somebody that I could ask who could give me some guidance to move you towards what it is that's important to you?